Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Oceanus Hubbardton Forge Oceanus interior 3-light wall sconce. This is the 207697. It's also a 2-light version, and there's a single version too. Check them out. They're all pretty great. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself, and this is assuming you're going to be using it horizontally, but you can use it horizontally or you can turn it and use it vertically. A lot of people will use it along mirrors. You can use it above a mirror. You can use it in hallways, all kinds of places. So if we're using it horizontally, it's going to be 4.6 inches tall, and the length of it going out is going to be 33.5. Projection, that's going to be the distance from the wall coming out, is only 3.8. That qualifies this to be ADA compliant, and that's Americans with Disabilities Act that says a sconce can only come out from the wall up to 4 inches so you can pass by it very easily. So if you're doing hospitality, let's say you're doing a restaurant or something like that, or a hotel, doctor's office, this is going to be a very good sconce for you to get past that ADA compliancy. If you're a homeowner, also a great sconce to use in all kinds of different places because it's flush to the wall. So you can use this in hallways, stairways, places where you want to get by it. Okay, let's talk about mounting height, and that's going to be the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have that you're going to be working with in your building or your home. So you're talking, if you're using it horizontally, 2.3 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the box, and then 16.8 inches vertically. So we know it's basically a center mount at the end of the day. Back plate is 29.5 by 4.6, so it goes over your 4-inch junction box, just dandy. I want to show you more information about that, and how we're going to do it is to look at the installations instructions really quickly. They're right here, that side of the screen. Midway down there's a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, how the glass goes on, but it's also going to show you some really good drawings, line drawings and schematics of the back plate on this and how it goes onto your 4-inch junction box. So take advantage of that if you can. So this is made out of aluminum. It's only 8.8 pounds. You're going to notice that Hubbardton Forge's fixtures that are made out of aluminum generally have specific finishes, and that pull-down menu is going to show you which of these finishes are available on this fixture. You're going to notice a few missing, like dark smoke, bronze, 07, 05. If you're working with other fixtures that do offer that, and that's what you want, dark smoke, bronze, something like that, black. Actually, I think black's probably on that pull-down menu. But anyway, we do custom finishes using the aluminum. Well, actually, outdoor fixtures use coastal finishes because they are aluminum, and this is aluminum too. So we would be able to offer those to you. If you're looking for something like a coastal dark smoke or coastal bronze, something like that, drop a quick email. So you're looking at the 207697. Tell us what you're looking for, and I will send that through customs and get a custom quote. Adds a little bit of time, a little bit of money, but it's very easy to do. We do customs all the time. So why don't we get into what's going on as far as inside of this and what it's using. G9 sockets, take G9 bulbs. They're very easy. Sometimes they have little prongs on the bottom, sometimes they have little wires on the bottom, and they just push in. So very simple, just like that. This is in halogen, so if you want to stick with halogens, you can still do that. Don't forget you've got 4 sockets on this. Well, I take it back, I'm sorry. You've got 3 sockets on this. So 3 sockets, you can go up to 40 watts each in these little halogen bulbs. You can get them in frosted, you can get them in clear like this guy. But I think there's a lot of LEDs out there that you could use instead and probably do a better job at that. This is a phosphorus LED. The kinds that have the long phosphorus strips. Sometimes they're just little lines. There's also this guy. This is a cob LED. You could probably barely see it because it's got a frosted cover, but it looks kind of like a corn cob, and that's what's basically out in the marketplace for the most part on G9 LEDs. So if you're looking, you could go to Home Depot or Ace Hardware or any of those kind of places, but it's much easier to hop online, probably Amazon. There's also 1000bulbs.com. Bulbs.com, justbulbs.com, and you can do a quick search and you can say I'm looking for in the search G9 LED light bulb. So that would get you started. It would bring up a big line of these things, so all kinds of things to look at. And what we like to look at are going to be very specific things. So we like to look probably on this piece. Remember, you've got 3 of these lights. You could probably easily get a 60 watt equivalent bulb in this glass, but your only limitation when you get into LEDs is, can I get the bulb into the glass with the LED that I found out in the world? So if you want to play around with a 75 watt equivalent, see if that fits. I have bought 100 watt equivalents in the past. I haven't tried them in this fixture, but I could. You know, there's all kinds of different manufacturers, and sometimes they're a little bit more squat, sometimes they're longer, but it's really catch as catch can out there. They're not expensive, so you can play around and try different bulbs. You know that your limit for the LEDs is going to be the heat generated about a 40 watt halogen. But like I said, there's no limit for LEDs other than can I get that bulb into that fixture. So there's tons of stuff out there to play with. Don't think that there's not going to be enough light coming out of this. There will be, trust me. Okay, why don't we talk about the color of that light, which we do in every video. They're going to be offering these LEDs to you in something called 2700 Kelvin. That's going to be a super yellow light, like a setting sun. They're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight. And daylight sounds like it should be a warm light, like sunlight. It's not. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. That's that bluish white light, like a hospital waiting room, overcast day, convenience store. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white or soft white. That's 3,000 Kelvin. That's the light that's coming down on this desk right now, because these are 3,000 Kelvin warm white LEDs. So easy to get. So that's basically about it. Most people aren't going to be dimming these in bathrooms. Most people don't even have a dimmer on their bathroom light, so I wouldn't worry about that much about that. But if you're going to be using this in other applications, and you might, this is a very modern sconce. It would look great in a living room or dining room. Just make sure you buy a dimmable bulb. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear. Then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world at Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway, because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.